Since I've started at WMC, I've been using a lot more digital technology for my lessons. The first thing is I've been using Google Classroom with my class a lot and found that really useful. Besim gave me some good training on it at the beginning of the term, and I found it firstly really useful as a way of keeping my lesson material organised and kind of keeping good track of what I've been covering. And also it's a really useful tool for assigning specific work to learners, so it really allows you to differentiate in a useful way. And also I think a lot of our learners, especially in ESOL, need to improve their IT skills, and so having that element to the ESOL class where there's this digital element to it, where they're having to go in and sign into Google Classroom every week and check their work and do their homework, that's really useful for them as well.
Hi, my name is Rose. I teach ESOL, and because I have to scan lots and lots of documents, and sometimes I don't even have access to a scanner, or maybe the scanner is not working, I was recently shown a very good tool called Microsoft Lens on my phone. And it works so well that I've even introduced my students to it, and they scan their homework and send it to me. And I think it's a really brilliant tool to have. Okay, I'm going to show you how it works. So all you need is to get this box to fit in to where you want to scan it, and you have to keep your hands a little bit steady, and then just click the button. And then it's processing now. It has processed. So you press done. Once you press done, you click OneDrive. And now as you can see, it's transferring the document to OneDrive. And then I will now show you how on my computer, once it finishes processing, I'm going to go onto my computer and show you how it comes on the OneDrive. Now all the documents that I scan, they come to Office Lens. So I'll just click on the Office Lens, and if I open, that's the document that I scanned, and I can do whatever I want with it. I can send it, I can save it into any document that I need to. And the students are finding this really, really useful, and myself too, because even when I'm at home and I need to scan students' work, or maybe I need to scan some documents and I don't have a scanner at home, it is so easy for me.
So there are a few other tools I've been using regularly in my lessons. One is a program called Nearpod, which I actually heard about at the CPD day at Morley College that we went to. And that's a kind of a presentation software that you get the learners to sign in, and they are following the presentation on a laptop, and you kind of control how the movement of the slides, and you can put in different exercises that they do online and then give feedback on the board. So I think that's a really, really useful tool with a lot of potential.
Bolaji is my name, Bolaji Oluokun, and I'm a maths teacher. I teach functional skills in the college, and this academic year I'm teaching level 1 and level 2. Basically, with the introduction of digital learning, it's been of tremendous help for me, because usually when I had to give homework to students and I had to mark those homework, it can be a daunting task, marking papers. But most of the time I have the homework prepared for them on MathWatch, and as they are able to do the homework, I'm able to follow up very easily on my phone or even on my computer, laptops at home, and so on and so forth. And on top of that, every lesson that we engage, or I engage the students, every lesson is converted from SmartNote onto PDF and uploaded onto Google Drive or Google Classroom. So even those who miss the lessons, they come in or at home, they're able to follow whatever they had missed. Or when they come in, they have questions, they're able to discuss it with me. Sometimes I even upload homework for them to do on Google Classrooms, and some of them, they submit it through the Google Classroom and so on and so forth. So it's really made my workload a lot easier, and I'm able to interact more with students and able to engage them a lot more. And we can see it's really helped, because my level ones have done so tremendously well this year. I mean, we score very, very high with level one, and we're working really hard. Even with the level two, it's done a lot better than what we did last academic year. And this digital learning had a tremendous impact on that.
Hi, I'm Amanda Blinkhorn, and I teach childcare and ESOL and functional skills English at the Working Men's College. In the past, all my work was paper-based, which was cumbersome, stressful and heavy, and unless my handwriting was perfect, which it isn't, you often found yourself spending hours marking work that I would struggle to read back, never mind the students. So a lot of your work was repetitive and counterproductive. I then got introduced to Google Classroom, and things are so much better now. It doesn't mean I still don't get behind, but it has meant that you can't lose anything. Your feedback is actually valuable to the student because they can see it and read it, and it's much easier to identify exactly where they've gone wrong. You can highlight a sentence, you can make a comment on it, and you can also store that comment so you're not writing the same thing time after time after time. You can store in capital I, always use a capital I, and then you just click on it and it will come up every time. In terms of data protection and fewer sleepless nights, I would say this works because in the past, around about this time of year, I would find that I was still having to mark a lot of portfolios. They were heavy to cart around. I was terrified of leaving them on the bus, and all that is gone. What I can do now is keep it all here. See, all my different classes. I can go into there, I can see immediately who's done what, and I can mark from home, but without carrying it around with me. So, all in all, I would recommend it.
Now, among the tools that I use are Plickers. It's such a fantastic tool, and I use it a lot for starter activity or for formative assessment. And it's such a wonderful tool, as well as Kahoot. And they're so easy to use, very easy to demonstrate, and really it actually brings a lot of fun into classwork, and at the same time they're learning. So I'm actually very, very happy to demonstrate it to any one of you who may be interested. Actually, I want to encourage you to do it, to use it as well. And you will never regret it. It's such a fantastic tool. You can go online and download. You don't need to really download much, but on Plickers you may have to download something, an app on your mobile phone, because that's what you're going to be using. You'll be using mobile phone, they're going to have cards, and you just play along with them. On the Kahoot, they use their mobile phones, which is so fantastic. They can work in groups, they can work individually, and at the end of the day, you can see on the system the results of like a summary of whatever the students have done. You're just going to see it on the system, and you can back it up. You can always refer to it. You can show it to the student and tell them how well they're doing and what they need to do better. So really, there are two tools that I use a lot, either for starters or as formative assessment, or just to check learning that's taking place in every concept I've taught.
Hello, I'm Tina. I'm the tutor for the Supporting Teaching and Learning courses, Level 2 and Level 3. I've been teaching Level 2 and 3 courses for over 15 years now, and over the last 3 years we've been using Google Classroom. This is a really easy system to use. I wasn't sure at first. I'm not brilliant at IT, but I've learnt to use this, and it has been the most helpful thing I've learnt to do here at Working Men's College. Here I want to show you how easy it is to use Google Classroom. So what we have first of all is we have the stream. So this is where I post my messages to students. If I'm telling them that there's going to be any changes to the college or assignments that are due in, I can do a quick post here in the stream and everybody gets it. Classwork. This is where I put all the students' assignments. So their assignments are placed in order of date. You can do it however you like or in order of topic that you're teaching. Everybody gets the same assignment. It's posted out to everyone online and they can easily see what's available from week to week. You can put up updates and it tells me exactly who's handed in what, when it was due, the due dates, and how many students are left to hand in their work. In people, you've got a quick snapshot of all your students, so you can quickly snap onto them, and it has a list of what work they've done, what's handed in, and what needs to be done. When you've got these little icons here, it shows you what they've done and what they need to do. It also shows you, I normally put 100% here, which is not 100% pass rate. It just tells me that everything's been done and they don't need to hand in any more work. And it tells the students as well. If it's something with a 70 or 80 on, they need to have a reference or do a little bit more work on it. We've had a new update over the last couple of weeks, or the last couple of days, sorry, which is this, which is fantastic, marks, because then I don't have to run around in different directions looking to see what's outstanding. It gives you an instant update of what's missing, what's been handed in, what's not been handed in, and what has been resubmitted. It normally comes up late, sometimes it comes up done late, and that just means if they've gone over, like even if you go 5 minutes or an hour over, it comes up as done late. But this is really, really helpful. So this has just come up the last couple of days, and it tells me how much marking I've got left to do, but most importantly, you've got a quick snapshot for the students to tell them what they've achieved and what's outstanding.
Hello, my name is Alessia and I teach Italian at the college. Before teaching in this school, I used to teach in other colleges, and I used to use resources online with Moodle. When I first came here, I received the training to start using Google Classroom, and to be honest, I found it much faster to use, much easier. Let me show you what I do. This is just one example of one of my courses, Elementary Italian. Under classwork, you can see different options. One of the tools I found very useful of Google Classroom is individual learning plan, the ILP. I ask my student to fill the ILP online, and I can comment on it then at work digitally and just copy and paste comments if I need. Another tool I really like is the forum, comments and suggestions. In this case, it's just a conversation about suggestion for where to go for the last dinner out with the course. I write a question and students then post their answers and then discuss about places. Google Classroom is very useful to share extra resources. In this course we were talking about Italian cuisine, and I gathered lots of websites about Italian cuisine and recipes, and these are just extra activities, extra resources they can use to learn more.
Hello, my name is Juliana. I'm an ESOL tutor. Today I will talk to you about my ESOL IT course, and I will talk to you about Microsoft Teams, which is the new application I've been using for the last term. Shall I show you? So you have to log in with your college account to office.com. I have already used my personal email address here as a teacher. We all have access. And then you choose the application Teams. So this is the platform. This is the first thing that learners see. I have used it from the beginning of the term. It has been very successful. So here you can see some of the conversations the students have shared. It was a fun place for them to play at the beginning. So the first day of the course was excellent because they were all introduced to that. So they were all saying hi. So it was a very good thing and highly interactive to do introductions. And then we started from day one by using the assignments feature here. And as you can see, all the learners, they started submitting, even their diagnostic assessment was made through this tool. To show you an example, it's very easy for the tutor to set it up. But here I will show you what the learners can see. So here they were using an online platform to do a typing test. So simply here they had to type their name, for an example, Juliana, their surname and their score of their achievement. And they submitted, so 12 out of 15. That's it. They go here. It is saved automatically. They close it and they return to the tutor. So if I go here to review, you can see your learners' work instantly and you can see their score, how much they have achieved, how many they have submitted, everything. Lastly, the good thing now that we are approaching the end of term is that you can go here to go back to your tool, to the front page of Microsoft Office. You click on OneDrive and you can find, you go here to your classroom's library and you can go here to student work, submitted files, and then you have all the work organized per learner. For example, if I go here, choose one learner, it shows exactly what she has done per day. And this is only the submitted files. So you have, when you have to do your ILP, you have everything ready. If you need to communicate this information with your manager, there is a dispute about whether a learner has achieved or not, you can verify it very easily. It's so easy to be done. Now, the last thing is that the good thing about Microsoft Teams compared to Google Classroom, which is an excellent tool, and I have used it as well, is that the learners here in college, they need to use only their login details that they use for their email. So it's a very easy platform for them. They can do everything from here. So they have their Teams, they have their classroom, they have Word document, they can use PowerPoint for a presentation, they can use their email. So the purpose, the aim of my course is to get learners to use their email, their college email, and be able to draft a document. So I think through the Teams, it starts like a game and then they move and they can function because the platform is similar for every application. And also this application is accessible from every device, everywhere. Students can access it from all over the world when they go back home, and teachers as well can monitor everything wherever they are. So my students have already had their application installed on their phones with the help of Besim, and it was very successful. They really enjoyed it. They were sending messages, they were exchanging notes, and it was very nice.
Another tool I find very useful is Google Sites. It's a free and easy to use tool to create websites, and I use it to gather links, tools, extra information that students can find useful, and then I publish it, and then I share the link of the website. So they just click on the link and they find an online page made by me with only the information I want them to know, I want them to find. And then every section I create has a link, so they can click on the link and then find all the other websites. It's easier, visually easier, rather than having an email with a list of links that sometimes it would be harder to navigate, and maybe if I send a list of links, they might need to copy and paste, whereas in this way it's more immediate.
So one thing I forgot to mention is that we have reduced printing considerably. So you don't need to print, you print 2-3 copies per term just for the learners to take with them, and it's only instructions, nothing else. Everything else stays online. The plan for next year is to do electronic ILPs, which is the best option for the learners and for us as well. And the only thing we need to do is now to be able to develop a suitable ILP to be compatible with the application. And that's it.